Welcome back to the third episode of the Smoke Fit. As usual, I'm Fots.
I'm crusty.
I'm Gump. We're gonna go with that.
Homo.
Fuck you.
Homo.
Wait. Since this is just after an X, did they call you anything on the X?
Yeah, they call me Punt. I don't know why.
That's a silly name.
Yeah, that's a fucking
Punt?
stupid name.
Like if you're gonna, were they trying to make it sound derogatory? Because it's much easier to just go with cunt. Really?
Yeah. Well, that's what one of the warrants was calling me. Then yeah.
And I guess finally,
And I'm Slim. Sorry for my voice. I
You
had a
sucking
shouting
dicks too
match.
much.
I had a shouting match with a C6 and I lost. So that's just the way things go.
it's okay. You're not the only loser. I kind of lost my hearing on that one. Anyways, so as you know, we just came back from our ex, so we're all a little loopy, I guess.
We're always loopy.
Oh, we are
Let's be
always
honest.
loopy. Yeah, we are.
We're more loopy though. A little bit.
So,
more.
Others, yeah.
I guess since punt, cunt over here, homo,
punt.
cunt, homo. Since he over here didn't talk much last episode, why don't you kick us off with a segment of Last X?
Well, the last X, it was a tactical one, so there's lots of supposedly tactical shit. We just watched them walk down the fucking road all the time.
Yeah, not a lot happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
We just kind of sat around.
We sat around and walked stupid long distances with stupid heavy loads in the fucking pouring rain. What more could you ask for in a tactical exercise?
Oh, yeah, seriously, what more? So, you were up for then?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was great. We sat on the cots and we talked about how you guys were getting your asses chewed out and we ambushed you, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We
true.
we just sat in recce tents that we didn't really use.
Yeah,
except for one
Yeah,
night.
there's our first story. Yeah, so we get to our fucking platoon hide at what was
3
it
in the
like
morning.
3 in the
It was 3 in the
morning,
morning.
and well, first of all, I got put on sentry that I didn't get relieved from.
Sorry about that.
As usual.
Yeah, as usual. So thankfully, a buddy of mine who was my fire team partner at the time fucking said he would take over for me. So I got a good 45 minutes in the rain, didn't pull anything out. Beside the point,
The
I
good
I
thing
get
you
up.
didn't
I
pull
get up.
anything out.
Yeah.
You're
So
in public.
yeah, we had a stand to at 5 in the morning, and
Not our fault, by the way.
no, it was just a general stand to. And what do I see after the stand to? People putting up their recce tents. Like, what the fuck? Why is that necessary? And so I told myself, oh, okay, I guess we're staying here tonight. That's fucking awesome. We're not going to be doing much movement. Next thing you know, after breakfast, we're tearing down the fucking recce tents and moving on.
Just a couple hours after we already got there. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was. You went out and did a patrol.
we did.
Yeah, and then after you got back from the patrol, this is when we were still at the site though, but we ended up getting bumped by the Op 4 guys.
Wait,
I was there for that.
When was that? I don't remember that.
You guys were in the back of the pickup.
Oh
truck?
yeah, so we were driving nice and slowly, blasting Metallica, and
A bunch of
all of a
armed
sudden,
militiamen.
yeah, our militia, we had our guns, with no ammo or anything. But yeah, no, we were just kind of shouting "fuck you" to them and all that. And yeah, they you wanna tell us what you did to us?
Someone lit them the fuck up, and then we all started shooting.
Literally, there were like 20 of us, like 8 of which were C9s, just pumping rounds and rounds into these fucking people in the back of the
C6
truck.
almost opened up.
The C6 was just like reeling to go. It was a fucking massacre.
I'm pretty sure I initiated that one.
Yeah. Nobody
keep
knew
staggering
what
on
to
my
do,
tent.
and then the first 2 rounds went off, and then everybody just started fucking just opening up.
I couldn't contain myself. I had to.
But before that, though, this wasn't the first vehicle that we encountered of the day. The first vehicle we encountered was the catering truck.
Oh yeah, the catering truck. Bringing our breakfast,
Yes.
by the way.
And Slim, in true Slim fashion, decides that he's gonna go challenge it. But I guess you were manning a 9 at the time.
I was manning a C9 and the Manpack radio.
So I look over when they're like, vehicle to the front, vehicle to the front. I look over and I hear, someone channeled it, and I just see Slim just go running towards the vehicle with a C9, a fucking radio on his back.
Yeah, and this
And he's
guy...
like, stop!
Yeah, he's like, get the fuck out of the car! Get the fuck out of the car! And this catering guy doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's got this unbelievably shocked expression. He fucking flips open the door with his hands up, gets on his knees, scared for his fucking life. It was wonderful. And then our fucking genius command behind us is like, check the vehicle for insurgents! It's like, what?
That's
our
there's bacon and hash browns back here.
Yeah,
I
like-
didn't find any insurgents, but I found a lot of good fucking breakfast food. That might be important.
Yeah. So that was fun. That was a good start to the fucking day. And so yeah, I guess moving on from that, we had a few when I was out on my point, not point recce, my fucking on my patrol, I guess. Our section commander, we came across the same black vehicle that ambushed us later, and it was.
Should have taken it.
Well, I'm not going to mention names, but it was the guy with the pistol pouch on his leg.
Yeah.
And
What did you
another.
just say?
Shit.
We've gone too far, so
Fuck.
let's bleep that one.
Fuck, again, I have to edit this shit.
He literally
You can
just
see
said-
how sleep deprived we are. I just say one thing and I
You just
do
said
another.
I'm not gonna mention names.
I'm sorry. You're not going to hear that one. Anyways. Okay, hang on. Yeah, okay. For my personal reference. So we came across and we started talking to him. He's like, well, fuck NATO. Fuck you guys. And my section guy was like, actually, sir, we're not NATO. We're part of a UN force. It's like, you're all the same. Y'all NATOs are the same. Fuck NATO. Fuck you guys. It's like, and my section commander is like, okay, well, sir, we need you to move your vehicle. It's blocking vital supply trucks. He's like, we have a right to collect money. We have a right to be here. He's like, well, sir, we understand that you have a conflict with these people. He's like, no, I don't have a conflict with the Venuvians. I have a conflict with the vegetarians living over that hill. and I can see my section commander just trying to hold back his laughter. He's just like, well, sir, we need you to move the vehicle anyways. Just like, but those dirty vegetarians living over that fucking hill, they're really pissing us off. He's like, sir, we understand, but we need you to move your vehicle. Well, fuck NATO. Fuck you guys. Fuck the Canadians. You guys are fucked. And then they finally leave.
That was pretty much the OPFOR battle cry of the X was fuck NATO.
Fuck NATO. Yeah, that was.
Oh, we
that
wrote
was.
this shit on paper. And
Oh yeah, we found little bits of quote unquote intel.
Intel that
That
just said fuck
fucking
NATO.
terrorist task list, and it's a fucking order for pizza.
Chinese food. It was like
Chinese food. Yeah.
It was like step 1, get guns. Step 2, get money. Step 3, fuck NATO.
Yes,
Step 4, profit.
That was fun.
This isn't valuable intel.
Speaking of sleep fuck as well, I was during the last final attack there where we ambushed the OPFOR guys.
his fighting partner got a little close, eh? Never mind, just go on.
No, what? No, whoa, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, what the hell?
You're like, speaking of sleep fuck, and then...
Oh, you were saying
yeah,
that.
it was-
Okay. You
No, yeah. Speaking
you
of
said
sleep, I was.
spooning in the hooching.
Yeah, no, not that. I was secondary gunner for the 6, and I was really sleep fucked. Well, obviously, maybe not after 2 days, but I was kind of loopy. And when the initial ambush happened, I loaded up the C6 and we started opening up. There's a guy behind me with the 9, and he did not stop. He just squeezed the trigger until the belt was fucking gone, pretty much. And about halfway through, I hear this constant fucking drone, and I start thinking to myself, when the fuck did we get a minigun? What? When did we get a minigun in this fucking platoon? I look behind me, it's just him on the 9. I was like, oh shit, okay, well that's weird. Because fucking hot rounds were pelting me in the ass, so I had to fucking shit. Yeah, that was fun. It was like, when did we get a Vulcan
That
minigun?
ambush, that was the highlight of the X, but we should go in chronological order.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Chronological order makes more sense. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So we're
It's okay. We still love you.
Thank you.
His voice is so creepy.
Oh, fuck you too, asshole. Anyways.
So after we got bumped at the first campsite we were at, I guess we had to move because they knew where we were, even though we would have killed them.
Yeah. With the amount of rounds we fucking pumped into those guys.
A whole troop.
A whole fucking troop with 8 C9. Or, yeah, 8 C9s or so. Oh, God, that was...
So then we had to go...
That was beautiful.
We had to go
That
rock
was
somewhere else. And then...
Totally random place, too. Like, just
We
fucking...
had to go through a marsh, too.
Yeah,
which is the
stupid.
dumbest thing when you have
Stupid.
recce tents strapped to your ruck.
The C6 gunner at the time
'Cause
couldn't maneuver the bushes.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got a C6, right?
Yeah.
It's really long.
Yeah. So that was pretty stupid. It was,
What was Op4 doing after that? Because we don't know
we were
what
laughing
Op4...
about it.
So, what did you guys do the entirety of the X? For us, it was like patrols and then just kind of like maintaining like security posture.
We did a lot of kind of like all the things you guys saw were set up and planned and practiced. So we did a lot of practice and all that. We helped the officers, shit like that.
So while we're out living in the bush, worried about getting bumped, meanwhile Op4 is back at the CP helping our officers get coffee and stuff like that.
oh my
Yeah, pretty
God.
much.
Did you guys ever leave the training area? Did you guys go get coffee and shit?
We went back to the base to pick up water and all that, but that was
Oh.
first night. That was it. Yeah, that's when we didn't get back till like 3 in the morning.
How much more water could we have possibly needed?
Yeah.
We brought 28 Jerry's.
Full of water, and then we ended up
more.
dumping when we got back to
How many Jerry's did you dump?
I dumped at least 8 or 9
You dumped 8 Jerry's.
of
Okay.
water that we didn't even need to bring it in the first place.
It was funny as they made us drag the Jerry's with us too.
Oh, fucking assholes!
I told
You must maintain your security posture while you carry this jerry can. You're like, fuck.
It weighs more than I do. All right, so pretty much got our Friday, Saturday covered. Oh, sorry, no, Saturday morning. So Saturday afternoon, I think that was the most boring. We were doing fucking route recce's, and Krusty and I literally they dropped us off, and we literally sat there for 2.5 hours watching a single section of road. I'm pretty sure three-quarters of that time we were asleep. I was definitely
We both fell asleep at one point.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and absolutely nothing fucking happened. Nothing.
I think some trucks went by. The catering truck went by.
Yeah, a couple sections, but that's it.
Our
In
Sergeant
2.5
Major
hours.
walked by 5 minutes into our... He kind of looked at the bushes. He didn't see us and then just kept walking. I was like, okay. But that was it.
That was pretty stupid.
The most reassuring part about that, though, was our section commander was like, when he dropped us off, he's like, all right, so I'm gonna have the OP. I'm gonna make the OP here. Krusty, Fats, you're gonna go up in the OP, and you're gonna be there until he said 14:45.
And
First he said 15:45, and I was like, okay, right, 45 minutes, no problem, because it was 1500 at the time. And then later he said 14:45, and I was like, do you mean 15:45? And he was like, no, I mean 14:45, and I was like, there looking at my watch, like, that's in the past. Anyway, and then eventually it somehow worked out to 16:45.
No, I mean, with logical deduction, I think that's not too hard to fucking...
Yeah, we're like, okay, so it must be 16:45 then. After 15:45 rolled around and he wasn't there, we just assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we
smoked a
waited
lot
around
of
for another,
cigarettes.
half hour.
Yeah. But that was the fucking uneventful, boring, caught up on most of my sleep there, which was nice. Even though I wasn't supposed to.
We were there in the OP, and you were snoring.
I
had
know.
to wake you up. I'm like, Fat, shut the fuck up. We're supposed to be observing silently. And all you hear is...
Why the fuck no, right? I'm there, I'm sitting down, I might as well.
Well, but what was really funny our section commander said two really funny things about that when he was dropping us off. He said, first he said, if you get contacted, he said, don't get contacted, first of all. But second of all, if you get contacted, go to the ORV, which is our original campsite. But the ORV, once we got up into our position, we turn and look over to our left, and the ORV is like 50 meters away.
Yeah.
And the ORV was a giant clearing. So we're sitting in our OP, which is this nice, on the side of a hill, big hill, and there's trees all around us. It's in a forest. There's a big log, and there's kind of a ditch behind it, so we're almost like in a little mini trench almost.
Pretty much like a hammock on the ground.
Yeah, a little hammock on the ground with a nice log that you can hide behind. And I'm thinking to myself, if I get contacted, the section
They want you to run out into the
want me to run out into the open. For what? The helicopter that's going to come airlift me to safety?
God, if only we had with the amount of money they fucking spent giving us all that C6 ammo, they couldn't afford a fucking helicopter. No, I shit you not. When I was secondary gunner, I was lobbing around 7 boxes of fucking C6 ammo. My
I had
small
11
pack
magazines worth of C7 ammo on my person.
My small pack my small pack was heavier than my ruck. Which was unfortunate because I didn't have the lumbar support my fucking ruck gave me.
Oh, and the other thing the section said was, we'll be back to pick you up at 16:45. This is when we actually got the timing. And he said, don't worry, I won't forget about you.
Yeah.
Which for some reason made me more nervous.
And of course he was late picking us up.
So we were debating whether we should go do a route recce and just find the op-4 camp and just take it out ourselves. Blaze of glory.
Op-4 never dies.
Yeah, up4 never dies. That's fucking true. With the
even,
amount of
I tell them that they're dead.
Well, I shot one 4 times in the chest and he still got up. He was still fighting. I was like, okay.
Yeah, we're fucking Wolverine the Hulk shit. Man, we spit that shit out.
Yeah. So I guess skip to after dinner. I think that was like the most eventful time.
Yeah. So after dinner, we go back to the little area that we dropped our kid off. And our sergeant comes out, and he assigns us each of a building to camp out in for the night. And no, that was fucking awesome. We were sitting out in the piss
That
pouring
was
rain,
fucking awesome.
and sitting in these buildings was a fucking godsend. And it was really good. We had to set up a defensive posture in there.
Yeah, we put our C9s on top of the buildings. We had the C6.
His C6 was right above me.
Yeah.
Fats.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
How many times did we get contacted that night?
Well, let's talk about the mistake contacts first.
Okay, yeah.
So
That was the first contact.
Yeah,
that was the first contact.
that was the first contact we got was because we weren't the only ones in the area. There was a BMQ and a BMQ land course running along with us. So we set up a bunch of trip flares outside the our wire.
It was like gates through the wire.
Yeah, the gates. Yeah, and
logical places that people would go through.
And there was unbeknownst to us, because it wasn't communicated to us, there was a BMQ course just up the hill from where we were supposed to be protecting. And so from my perspective, I'm just sitting up on the 6, eating my tactical Skittles, as I always do. And all I hear is... And so one of the guys on the 9's yelling, "Contact rear!" And all you see is these fucking BMQ kids all just fucking filing and running fucking away because they're scared shitless. I grabbed the fucking C6 and I put it right at them, and I would have fired too if the thing was fucking loaded. But by the time it was loaded, everyone's just like, "Stop! It's the fucking BMQ kids! Fucking stop!"
Yeah,
And they're still bolting at this point. You can still see them fucking running.
Yeah, so we sent out like a little security det in that area to see what was going on. And it's silent for about 2 minutes. And then all we hear is, "Pop!" And then the TC's like, "Who the fuck did that?" And you hear in the forest this guy go like, "Sorry, that was a speculative fire."
That was Fucking rascal VMQ kids.
That was like what? It
That
was
was
still daylight.
hilarious.
It was about half an hour until everyone's first
It was,
sentry duty.
pretty much.
I was on sentry for my section on top of my building, right? I'm sitting there cleaning my C7. There's a C9 next to me. I don't know how to use a C9. And they're like, contact bridge. So I pick up the fucking C9. I'm like, oh shit. My C7's in pieces. I don't know how to use this.
No, but let's be honest though. If you were in BMQ and you had no idea what's going on, and you trip a fucking flare, and the next thing you hear is contact rear, I think you'd also.
Here's the thing though. If I was in that BMQ course and I was going to enter the compound, before I go through the fence, I would have seen the giant shipping containers
with
fucking half shelter tents that we erected so that the C9 gunners can stay dry in the rain. On top of it, and seeing the C9s going, looks like there's another course there. I'm not gonna go through there.
because they told us anyone not in the fucking OP is pretty much enemy.
Yeah.
So we
I was
automatically
specifically
assume.
told if a flare goes up, just fucking light up. the
So
area
that's
where
what
the
you should
flare
have
was.
done.
Yeah,
That's what everyone should have done.
that's what everyone should have done.
Because we were all situated in different directions, though. We had at the time we had nothing protecting our rear, and that's when I spilled half my Skittles. By the way, I was really pissed off. So I just fucking picked up the 6 and I fucking just aimed it, and I would have honestly, if I fucking had that thing loaded, it would have been going. It would have been fucking God sent to those beings.
Pissed off the troop commander would have been.
If just the big C6 lights up first, yeah.
Chase fucking fire. So that was the first time we got contacted.
Which was hilarious.
Second time we got contacted was around what? 10:30, I think it was.
10:22.
10:22.
I remember.
I remember it well.
I was looking at my watch right when it happened.
Yep.
I had literally just gone to bed. And I was sitting there in my sleeping bag and I hear and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. But again, those paraflares weren't ours though.
No.
That's why a lot of people were pissed off. I was pissed off. I was really comfortable. I was sleeping. And the fucking second I hear that paraflare go up, I had to fucking muscle my way out of my sleeping bag, which really pissed me off. And then I only to hear this, like, that's not our paraflare. It's like, oh, fuck off.
We didn't hear that. They didn't communicate that to us.
Yeah,
So
they didn't.
Our whole section got up, is in our stand 2 positions.
Yeah. Only for them to tell us fucking no
and then
game.
eventually the troop commander's like, all right, send in the contact report. Everyone back down to 0% stand.
0%.
We're like, what? Okay.
There's a funny radio report that was sent up as well.
Was that after the third contact or the second contact?
That was the third contact when the TC was actually with us up on the C6 hide there. Which was fucking gay because I couldn't text people. Because he was like fucking staring me down. And I had my phone the entire time. And he's like, all right, Fats, I'm moving up here. I'm like, oh, shit. Fuck
also
you,
not
sir.
a very good position because if a notional RPG were to strike the notional building, which was a shipping container,
Both the TC
both
and...
the heavy weapons det and the TC would have been gone.
Yeah.
I would have been alive, though.
Yeah, you would have been fine.
That's the important thing.
You would have climbed to the top, grabbed the TC's headset, and
Which is how Slim lost his
Resumed
voice, by the way.
Yeah.
that was during the third.
During the third one. Basically, I was made a section commander for my section. Section commander went out on recce for several hours, so I took over. And, basically every time that C6 was going and I had to relay orders, I would have to yell over the C6 to make sure everyone in the building was able to hear my voice.
Everyone in the compound could hear your voice.
Everyone! I'm pretty sure our Op4 friend could hear my voice all the way across the field.
Real, that was in the building right in front of you the whole time.
Were you
Oh
guys
my
in
God.
that compound right in front of us?
Yes.
I heard mention that they were in the compound in front of us, but I thought
We were watching you the whole night.
that was really fun. I remember during the third stand too when there was actual shooting going on. All I hear is "fuck NATO."
Yeah.
And I'm looking through the sight on my C7, and a pair of flares just gone up, and I just see 4 little helmets behind these big cinder blocks. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's where they are.
And right when I saw those helmets, that's when the thunderous cry from my voice came. 2 section, 40 meters in the alleyway, enemy infantry in the open. Rapid rate, kill those motherfuckers.
And another time, Slim yelled at us was there was a recce party going out setting up trip flares, and nobody had alerted the C6 hide, and so the guy I was with and myself, we were up there, and all of a sudden we see fucking little helmets, and so we fucking spring into action. We lift up the C6, we cock it, it's like contact front, right? And all you hear is like Slim going, "No! Fuck off! No! No, those are our own guys. Those are friendly." And this guy, he was like again halfway like ready to squeeze the fucking trigger. So that was a good time.
See, I can be a lifesaver too sometimes.
I was part after the third contact. I was part of the little patrol that went up to go try to find you guys, but you guys buggered off already. So that was interesting.
We had 4 bullets left, or 4 blanks left when we went out the second time when the party was after us.
Yeah, but that was interesting because we're going through this urban warfare training center, and we're like scanning around circles. It's pitch black, right? I have no idea what I'm doing. I've just got my C7. I'm like, okay. We're actually pretty fluid at it. I was surprised.
Yeah,
Well trained.
it went very well.
Yeah.
I think having the NVGs helped. We didn't have NVGs, but the section commander did at the time.
Yeah.
That really helped.
They were very helpful.
Should have brought mine.
All right. Well, let's finish off with I guess the final assault. So we can move on to our next topic.
Yeah. Oh, well, first of all, the last bump we got, we originally got orders the night before, or on Saturday night, that we were going to go out at 3 to go do an ambush on the Op 4 guys who were supposed to be planting an IED or something like that.
Yeah.
And Op 4 decides to bump us at like 2:30. So after the contact's over, we're just like, well, might as well pack up our shit. So we just packed up our shit and got ready. But we moved out to the we started moving out at around, what time was it? 4?
Around 4 o'clock, we were an hour late
Yeah. Yeah.
because of the contact.
Yeah. As expected.
Yeah.
And what was it? We started going up one trail, and it goes.
Oh, that was fucked. I hate that hill so much.
Going up the steepest hill.
So, yeah.
And I'm like, when I get up there, I'm going to be slaying bodies. And the thing that pissed me off is when I just hear someone go like, nope, we're turning around.
And we were almost at the top of this big fuck off hill. By the way, the only fucking hill in the training area, and that's the one we went up, and that was the wrong fucking direction.
It's like, I know, I'm pretty sure the ambush site is like 250 meters west of here.
So we had to.
Where the fuck are we going?
I don't know. Was that to the troop warrant who made that mistake?
I had at the time I had a feeling that it was like intentional, like we were trying to throw them off if they were watching us or something like that. But if they were watching us, they would just see us turn around. And go back.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So
Eventually, we got to the ambush site.
Yeah, let's talk about the ambush, and then we can wrap it up from there.
Yeah. No, we can move on to the next topic for the Marines.
Yes. All right.
I'm fine with that.
So basically, we were set up in ambush. We had one section with weapons det, 2 section north of them, and 3 section to the south in a little ack on each side of the road, about 10 meters into the wood line. And oh, we did it again.
He meant crusty.
Yeah,
Stop.
It's gonna have to be bleeped.
we're gonna make his job harder. You want to carry on?
Okay. So I was in 3 sections. So I was in the rear. So how it was supposed to work is the trucks were supposed to roll past 3 section, who was off to the side, hidden in the trees.
Quote hidden.
Quote hidden, yes.
Let's see them.
They're supposed to roll past us. Then they were supposed to roll past one section, at which point the troop commander, who was in one section, was supposed to throw a thunder flash. It was like a fake grenade.
That would have been good.
Yeah, it would have been good. He was supposed to throw it.
Lighting it.
Yeah, to signal the start of the attack, and that was going to be the killing zone. It was where one section would essentially cause the Op 4 to get out of their trucks and go on the other side of their vehicles, and then they would start shooting at one section. Meanwhile, 2 and 3 would come out of the woods and hit them from the flank and take a prisoner after a ceasefire had been called for one section. Anyway, troop commander couldn't get the thunder flash started.
Yeah, so they stopped like about 30 meters past where we wanted
Which
to
made
attack.
my life very fun because I was at the back, so I had to run.
Well, the worst part was
Up the
they
road.
told the weapons det and the two section we were in that under no circumstances were we to fire outside of our arcs because we'd be lighting up the other sections. So when the trucks rolled by and the thunder flash finally went off, we had to nobody fired because originally it was supposed to be the 6 that lit up the truck first, right? And we were staring at each like, so what do we do now? They're well outside our arcs, right? So what happened? And the troops, the TC is just like, fuck it, just go past your arcs,
Just light 'em up.
just go.
And it was funny because there was about you hear. I could see from the other side of the road that the troop commander is there, and he's trying to strike the thunder flash. And by the way, today was the first time I ever lit a thunder flash, and I did it the first time. So
Yeah.
he's there, he's like trying to light it, and then finally he gets it going. He just throws it. It goes about 2 feet in front of him, like a tree branch or something like that, and it just goes boom. And then the trucks stop, right? Because they're
No, the truck stopped before because
Or the-
technically it was supposed to be scripted. Well, yeah right.
anyway. So it goes pop, and then there's just like a 15-second silence. It was supposed to go pop, and then everyone just one section just lights the fuck up.
Well, it was the 15 seconds that the weapons det was wondering what the fuck
Yeah, there's
are we
a 15,
doing?
There was a 15-second pause, and then all you hear is someone C9 just go pop, pop, and then all of one section just goes, okay, fuck it, pop, 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 pop. and
Yeah,
just
that was
start up.
fun.
Yeah, but don't worry, we are clear of your fucking firing zone. Our section was pretty safe from your bullets. But it was good because it caused them to come on the other side, and I led the charge down that little hill and
Yep.
took their flank.
Well, I was in 3 section, and it kind of ended up working out because even though the trucks were not in the arcs, they weren't in 3 section arcs, so there was no possibility of getting the lays.
Yeah.
But that made the bum rush all the worthwhile. Because
Yeah.
you would have
Because I ran
2 sections coming up the rear. All the bad guys were getting shot in the flank. I remember coming down the hill, watching a guy scared fucking shitless because there's like eight guys fucking screaming and yelling at him. I fucking pop them because I don't give a shit. I'm like, you're dead! You're dead! We kept moving. There's a lot of guys screaming and yelling. There's a couple wounded guys.
Yeah, I think I was the first one of my section out of the tree line.
Yeah.
And I just started, because I was part of Charlie team, right? So it's my job anyway to go run headfirst and die horribly. So I went running up the road just screaming, "Get on the fucking ground!" As loud as I could. And I remember there was one guy there, one Op 4 guy. As I came out of the tree line, his rifle was already on the ground. He already had his hands up before I even told him to get on the ground. And I was like, okay. So I went around to the other side of the truck.
They only gave us 30 rounds, so we kind of went through that pretty quickly.
Which is probably what made the attack really easy.
And then one of the asshole captains that wasn't even in play told my partner on the C6 that he's part of a section attack. So he has to fucking lug this fucking thing around. And then as the secondary gunner, I was supposed to go with him. But the TC grabbed me by the shoulder and was just like, "That guy's wounded. Go patch him up." And I was like, well, I can't. I have all the fucking ammo for the C6. There's just no fucking possibility that's going to happen. He's like, "You're doing it." I was like, fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you, sir. So I patched up his shoulder, and I had to fucking lug up 6 boxes of fucking ammo to the C6. By the way, they were bounding and dashing for their section attack. The C6 is obviously fucking well behind because the thing's a bitch to fucking maneuver. So that was a good time. But yes,
It was kind of funny though, because the second guy I encountered when I got up to the truck, all I see is the door of the truck is open, and I just see a C7 barrel coming out of the truck first. I'm like, oh shit, here we go, right? So I'm like, put the rifle on the fucking ground, right? And he comes out of the truck and he looks at me, and I just see him start to raise the rifle. I'm like, oh fuck no, and I just put 4 rounds right in his chest, and he goes down. I'm like, okay, sweet.
I got my first kill.
First kill. I gotta go take out the other guy. So I go around on the other side of the truck, and I'm securing this prisoner while another guy in my section is searching him. I'm just covering him. And I look over, and the guy I've just shot 4 times in the chest is being hauled by two troops, is being hauled around the truck, right? They're like ripping the rifle out of his hand because he's still trying to shoot with it. And they're trying to put him on the ground, and he's not going on the ground. I have to go over and fuck. So like 5 guys are there holding this guy down on the ground. And he's still kicking. I'm like, I shot you 4 times. What are you doing?
in the fucking chest.
Yeah, and you guys are dragging him up to the casualty collection point, right?
I wasn't doing that.
Well, I saw these guys doing that, and he was like fucking hog-tied, and they're just dragging him up the
He
hill.
was kicking and like screaming for
And
water.
the sergeant is like, hey, guys, take it easy. We don't want another Somalia. I don't want our unit to get disbanded.
It was all good fun though. He was.
Yeah.
I had because he was struggling so much, I had to put my knee on. I had to put my weight on his back. So I had my hand on like the scruff of his neck, and I had my knee on his back, just to keep him from moving around because he was trying to squirm around, stuff like that. We had to have a guy sit on his legs. And so I'm there doing that. Meanwhile, the section attack's going on. I'm trying to keep as low as possible because I don't want to get shot while I'm trying to hold down a prisoner.
Yeah.
And he's there doing like a fake Russian voice. He's like, water, I want water. Oh, give me water. And then at one point he goes, dude, I can't breathe. I'm like, oh, sorry. It's like, thanks. We just go back right into it.
You had a pretty good docile prisoner, didn't you there, Slim?
Yeah. It was a very good prisoner. He was shot in the leg. So, gave him a quick search. Patched him up.
Was he shot by you in the leg?
I want to say yes. I put
No,
about...
I don't think there's a
shot
person-
myself there.
I don't think there's a
saw-
person in that fucking truck that wasn't shot by him.
I was the first guy in. I was putting the first rounds down ranged across the flank, and I put about 8 rounds down on every single target that I saw. It is quite a good possibility that I shot every single person. So yeah, he was shot in the leg. We get him patched up. He was a pretty good prisoner. I don't think I roughed him up too much.
Did he drop the soap?
He dropped the soap so far down his fucking asshole. You don't even want to know.
Yeah. All right. So, does anyone have anything else to add?
Fuck NATO.
Fuck me.
Oh God. Oh yeah,
Well,
the
that
fucking
even happened during when we got bumped while we were doing the ambush. All we hear is "fuck NATO" from down the road.
Oh.
We're like, are you kidding me?
from way down the road.
So like half of the troop just turns and just goes right into a section attack against these 2 OPFOR guys.
Oh God. Well, I guess.
We should get that topic out of the way.
Yeah. So
We gotta
there's
go,
a
we gotta
funny fucking there's a funny contact report over the net that
Oh,
was
yeah.
that was funny. The TC was up in our hide and we got ambushed. I think it was the 2nd or 3rd time, and a buddy of mine has the radio, and the TC yells from our hide onto the other tower there. You message 0 right now. Tell them Paradelta nil. And And the radio man looks at him, just like, Paradelta what, sir? Just tell the Paradelta nil! So all you hear over the radio is like, 0, this is 1-1 Charlie. Paradelta nil out. and then fucking after everything's over, they go up to everybody, they're like, who the fuck sent up that report? Paradelta what?
It's like, what the fuck is he talking about?
What do you, and even in a contact report, Paradelta would be time, right? So what are you doing?
It's like no time.
No time of contact. Okay. But I guess we can move on to our next topic here. This will be overtime. Why don't you introduce the next topic?
Take it away.
What is the next topic?
The
The few, the proud, the Canadian Marines.
So, would you join the Marines if Canada had Marines?
Canadian Marine Corps.
It just sounds so weird.
CMC?
The CMC.
Oh, that sounds like a fucking
No,
TV show.
No, knowing the Canadian forces, it would be the CFMC. It would be the
Canadian
CFMC.
Forces
It
Marine
would be
Corps?
the Canadian Forces Marine Corps.
Or CAFMC?
Canadian Armed Forces Marine Corps. Oh.
Oh, that's
I
terrible.
don't know, something about the name just doesn't sit right.
Yeah.
There's so many concepts with it, just that they don't sit right.
That'd be still cool though.
I would. I mean, it
I
depends
you know
on the
you know
role.
what I picture in my mind when I think fucking Canadian Marines? Like a bunch of fucking people in kilts coming out of the fucking water with the old like C2 rifles and like really shitty scrim on their helmet. Like
You're just
why?
thinking of a parachute regiment.
No,
kilts
just
and
like
water.
yeah. Why?
Well, here's the thing, right? The Marines are the U.S.'s main force projection. Like
It's the expeditionary
they're-
units.
yeah,
They're the
they-
first guys in.
they're the first guys in, and they're supposed to operate on their own. Canada doesn't really have that. Like we don't have the
Because
resources.
we're always following America.
We don't have the resources to go
America.
do that, so there would be no real point to it.
You know, I think we need Canadian Marines because we need to give some guys an excuse to like rise out of the water with like fucking futuristic weapons.
Well, we do combat diving as combat engineers.
Plus, I'm
but
pretty sure we can leave that to the Special Operations Forces.
Besides, they have dubstep in their music videos. So
Yeah, you know they're cool when you have dubstep in the fucking recruiting
Gay.
videos.
JTF2.
What about JTF 3?
Drop the bass.
JTF 3 reserve unit. I'd like to get on
A
that.
reserve or a reserve unit for the Air Force.
Yeah, we were talking about this in the
Yeah, weekend pilots. Yeah, so
With the U.S. having National Guard, like Air Force National Guard. And they
Yeah,
fly fucking
I was in
planes.
Idaho a couple years ago, and we land at in Boise, and we're looking around. I'm like, there's no way these reservists are flying these planes on the weekends. And unbeknownst to us, at 3 a.m. when we were trying to sleep, they're fucking taking off. And I'm just like, fuck. We are right next to a fucking airfield. Let's just say we didn't get very much sleep.
It's what were you saying? It's like, hey Bill, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm getting high, eating some pizza, watching some fucking movies. Oh, what about you, Maurice? What are you fucking doing?
Maurice.
Oh, I'm just chilling with my girlfriend. You know, what are you up to, bloggins? Oh, this weekend I get to take an F-18 up.
I got an X again.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I gotta get back in the fucking,
Cockpit.
multi-million-dollar fighter aircraft and
For
yeah.
3 hours of a 72-hour period, because I'm a reserve pilot.
But then that's like all pilots, right? They always gotta throw the pilot card at a party
Yeah.
or something.
But,
They're like,
yeah.
I've got a pilot's license.
Well, to get laid, I say to get laid, I'm like, hey, I'm a combat engineer. What's up? What's up?
a combat engineer?
And then I get into the big thing, and they're staring at me, be like, so we doing this or or what? I fucking
Are
unzip
we
my
fucking
pants.
or what?
So yeah, what's
Tonight.
am I getting the D and the M or the V or what's
Am I getting the D and the A tonight? What's going on, man?
Wait, you said the D or the M?
the D in the M or the V?
Oh, D and the M. Okay, the D or the M. I'm like,
My mangina.
you want the D or the M?
This is 1 Echo. Put the Delta in the Alpha. Over.
I think we're
I
getting,
know this is 1-1.
I think
I
we're
thought
getting a
you'd
little
never
off
ask.
topic.
Yeah, roger that, over. I'm totally gonna roger that.
Well, what's that fucking song? Hang on, let me look up the Marine Corps song. Keep talking.
What, the Halls of Montezuma?
Oh god, I don't fucking care.
You just asked a question.
I don't care what the song is called. Just hang on.
Okay,
U.S. Marine video. Oh no, that's the Army video. The da 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 da
that's the US
da
Army
da. It's like there's strong, and then there's Army strong. Yet you fucking fix fucking carburetors for a living, and all of a sudden you're a lot stronger because you joined the fucking armed forces fixing more advanced carburetors, or less advanced depending on what fucking vehicle.
Taking out the recycling. Picking up cigarette butts.
Oh god.
My method of service, I'm a 01839 air conditioning technician.
Oh, that's another topic we could do next time. Was valor thieving. Just like,
Yeah.
so what unit are you with? I'm with 1123 weapons. I got this when I was wounded in Iraqistan.
And I got this one for, I can't really tell you about it. It's super high fake rate.
Oh god.
There was a lot of controversy about it. Oh, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I can't really talk about it.
Then why are you telling me about it?
Because I have to.
Because I have to.
It's in his nature. Hang on. Tell me how this fucking theme song would sound. Just hang on.
This is gonna get blocked for copyright.
Let me join the Marine Corps.
Hey,
goddamn Marine
this would accurately depict the Canadian Marines.
Yeah, pretty much just flopping around.
Like if we're basing it off the U.S. Marines, this would Canadian Marines would be essentially that.
Oh god.
Yeah, and then we'd have Justin Bieber doing a little music video where she dresses up as a Marine and
Justin Bieber, actually, speaking of, apparently, I don't know if this is a joke article, but it was definitely. It was actually, I read it on the Duffel blog, but yeah, it's definitely a joke article. I'm sorry.
It's a joke article.
I'm sleep fucked. Anyway, so I was reading that if he was went to trial in the U.S. How great would it be if the judge said, okay, you can go to prison for 18 months, or you can join the Marine Corps?
They don't do that anymore, do they? I think they got rid of that.
Yeah.
And apparently when they were
still do
interviewing,
I think so.
the fucking the drill sergeants at Camp Paris, they were walking around with huge hard-ons.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Oh,
Just to be in his, if you were in his intake on like basic, you would have it so fucking easy. The whole platoon would have it so easy.
you would have the best.
Pretty much the easiest basic
training
ever.
stories of any basic training that has ever existed. It's like, yeah, so I was on that course with Justin Bieber on it. Holy fuck!
What a fucking dink!
What a cunt! I think
He couldn't even lift a fucking service rifle.
She could lift a huge cock in her ass.
Oh Jesus, we are just going on a huge tandem here.
Yeah, Justin Bieber News Weekly, provided by the Smoke Pit.
We went from Marines to Justin Bieber. No, we went from Marines to selfie to Justin Bieber to.
Oh, hang on,
back to
join the
Marines.
Marine Corps.
You know what just occurred to me? That song sounds a lot like that We Don't Speak Americano song.
Yeah.
Which I also have on my phone.
Because you just hummed it right now and it sounded exactly the same.
He was just humming it wrong.
Conspiracy Keanu.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, Kanye West ripped off Daft Punk, but let's see him. Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Contact.
No, you scared my dog, you asshole.
Oh god! Gas!
Hey, of course it's gonna smell bad. I just had fucking field food.
Oh man. It smells like Lori's catering.
And now it's just ruined for everybody. But
Canada, you are welcome.
So yeah, if anyone has anything else to add, I wanna.
Okay,
All right.
get off here.
Yeah, we got about yeah. That's a lot of.
This
stuff for me.
was the last X for the.
This was the
training
last
year,
X.
right?
Yeah. All right. Well, we will be back again next week for the next episode.
Yeah.
I guess topics to be announced. So as usual, let's go from the back.
Whoa, no. It starts with you, bro.
All right. I am Slim.
Punt.
Cunt.
Anything I
Krusty.
say will be used
I'm
against
crusty.
me.
Jesus Christ.
And I am Fats. Thank you for joining us, and you can sign us off.
All right. Have a good night, Canada. Hope you enjoyed the video. Gee fucking Mo. Signal.
Signal.